My name is Nicola. Welcome to my yoga class. Today's practice will be sort of a power yoga flow. It's still an all levels practice, still very doable. It's just going to flow a little bit more, perhaps burn off a few more calories than a regular yoga class. But it's doable. It's all levels. I will always offer options and modifications. So just begin by finding a comfortable seat. We'll be coming into our centering today through the Ujjayi breath. If you can, I'm going to encourage you to inhale and exhale through the nose. Sometimes we have sinus issues, or it's just easier to breathe through the mouth, so that is always an option. Just inhaling through the nose will warm the air as it enters your body. Also filters germs. And for the Ujjayi breath, you'll create a little constriction in the throat so that you can hear the air whisper up and down the throat as you breathe. So you will hear yourself breathing. As you inhale, just allow belly to soften and expand, making room for the breath. And as you exhale, drawing in the abdominal muscles, belly button moves towards spine, just helping expel all that breath, making room for the next full breath. Just begin to focus attention inward. Mentally scan your body from head to toe. Just check in with yourself, see how you feel. See if there's any areas you need to maybe a little bit take care of. Slow the mind. Focus on the breath. And try to be in the present moment throughout this practice. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to the breathing. And also keep in mind that your breath is a good guide throughout the practice. As long as you can breathe slowly, deeply, evenly, then you're doing everything you should be doing. If you're holding your breath or breathing rapidly, it may be a signal that you need to take one of the modifications, or just take a break. I'm just here as a general guide, but if something doesn't feel right, please feel free to modify or take another posture and then catch back up with us. One more deep, full inhale breath. Exhale. And allow the breathing to be natural. So before we begin our flow, we'll just move into the neck and shoulder area. Just let your chin gently fall forward, stretching out the back of the neck. Just take a breath or two here. To make some half circles here. Inhaling as chin comes over to one shoulder. Exhaling as it passes across your chest. And inhaling as it comes to opposite shoulder. Just moving the head gently from side to side, working with your own breath. And the next time your chin comes over to the right side, just pause. Just note that stretch down the left side of your neck. Perhaps taking the left hand and reaching it behind your back, bringing fingers to opposite waist. Just drawing down the shoulder, increasing this stretch a little bit. One more option is to use the right hand to add a little gentle pressure. Again, just feeling that stretch increase slightly. Releasing right hand, releasing left hand, just gently roll your head towards the other side and hold the stretch here. Maybe taking that right hand, reaching it behind your back. And perhaps taking left fingertips, placing them gently on the side of the head. And then slowly release your left hand, release your right hand. Bring the head to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we'll find a side stretch to the left side. Inhaling, let's stretch to the right. So as you find this side stretch, think about elongating your rib cage rather than collapsing down. So you want to think about pushing your fingertips away, stretching long. Inhale here, exhale, we'll hold to this side for a few breaths. Breathing into this right rib cage area. And then just twisting at the waist, changing that stretch a little bit so you feel it now more in the right upper back shoulder area. Reaching forward through the fingertips. Take one more breath, and on your next inhale, we'll reach up tall. And we'll find that side stretch to the right. Hold here. Twisting at the waist, changing the way you feel that stretch, reaching forward through the fingertips. Your chest is facing your right thigh. Taking one more breath. On your next inhale, reach up tall. And we'll find a little bit of a twist to the left side. Inhale, reach up in the center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twist. One more time. We'll just hold here to the left side. So find a nice tall spine. And as you hold the twist, think about propping yourself up a little taller with each inhale. And just twisting a fraction more on the exhale.
I never dreamed I knew somebody like you. I never dreamed.
One more breath here. Inhale, reach up in the center. Exhale to the right, we'll hold the twist. Prop yourself up nice and tall as you inhale. Exhale, twist. You can even look back if it feels okay in your neck. Come back to center, reach up one more time. Lower the hands to your mat, and we'll make our way into hands and knees. So finding a tabletop position, making sure your joints are stacked, wrists, elbows, shoulders, knees and hips in line. Inhale, belly lowers, tailbone and chin tip up, finding dog. As you exhale, draw in the belly button, arch the back, tuck chin and tailbone for cat posture. Inhaling, finding dog. Exhale to cat. And just continue here with your own breath. Just gently flowing from one posture to the next. And just taking one more breath here. Exhale, really arch the back, maybe pause here. And then finding a neutral spine. So we're going to just be coming into bird dog, where you lift opposite arm and leg, reaching back through your heel. It's a little bit like the donkey kicks we do, but the breathing is different. This time you inhale as the leg extends back, and you exhale as you draw the knee in and arch the back. Now you can choose to just work with the leg or also add the opposite arm. We'll be doing it 6 times on one side. And just work with your own breath, go slow. And just remember, push through the heel. So inhale, stretch long. Exhale, draw everything in, tightening the core. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, draw everything in. Do 4 more. Try to pause while you exhale in that crouched up position. 1 more. Then we'll just stretch out long and pause for a breath or 2 here. If you don't like the arm up, you can bring the arm down. Lower hand, lower knee. We'll just do some side stretches here before we go to the opposite leg. Just remember which leg you did. Exhaling as spine curves, looking back towards your hips. Inhale as pass through center. Exhaling to the opposite side. So the key here is inhale when spine is straight. Exhale as you find that C curve to your spine. Flowing side to side here. Just do 1 more. And then pause in the center. And then balancing now on your opposite knee here. Extending your leg back, perhaps also extending the opposite arm. Inhale here. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale. Exhale. Do 4 more. Remembering to press through that heel as the leg extends back. Find that balance and pause for a breath or 2. Remember, you can have both hands on the mat here. That's your option. One more breath here. Lower the hand, lower the knee. And we'll sink the hips back, finding child's pose. Keep your arms extended forward and try to create a little bit of a resistance by digging the hands in as you sink the heels back. Perhaps even coming onto the pads of the fingers, tenting the palms of the hand, creating a little tension here down your arms and across the upper back. Sending the breath to that upper back area. If you would like to add a side stretch, just walk your hands over towards the left, connecting right palm to mat. Again, dig that hand in, create a little resistance by pulling back.
And release your left arm behind you, palm up, hand resting next to your foot. And your head will be resting on the mat. Unless that's uncomfortable in your neck, then you can make a fist with your left hand to rest your head. Breathing into the right side of the body. And then slowly walking your hands over towards the opposite side. Connecting left palm to mat, creating that little tuck back. Right arm releases behind you, or you make a fist to support your head. Breathing into the left side of your body. And then bringing the hands back to center, coming back up onto your knees. Keeping the hands a little forward at shoulders. We'll be preparing for downward facing dog. Hooking toes under, lifting hips nice and high, keeping knees bent if your hamstrings are tight. Pushing your heels towards the mat. Pushing your chest back towards your thighs. Tipping tailbone up and back. And drawing shoulder blades down your back and kind of wrapping them forward a little bit. So I will be doing another flow here. It's similar to what we did on the hands and knees, but obviously we'll just be working with the leg. We will not be lifting an arm. If you prefer to stay here in down dog, maybe coming up onto the toes, walking the dog, those are your options. And you can always release down into child's pose for a break. If you're doing the flow, just lift your left leg up, coming into three-legged dog here. We'll be inhaling here and exhaling, draw the knee forward, coming into kind of a one-legged plank. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, draw everything in. Let's do 4 more. One more. Come back to three-legged dog. Take a breath here. Lower the leg. Maybe just take a moment to walk the dog here. You can always come down into child's pose for a breath or 2. And then we'll prepare for the other side. So keeping your left foot grounded, elevate your right leg up. Inhale here, exhale, finding that one-legged plank. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl. Let's do 3 more. Last one right here. Then inhale, stretch the leg back to three-legged dog. And then slowly lower. Come down onto your knees. We'll find child's pose one more time here. Several options here. You can keep the arms extended forward. You can bring them behind your back, resting palms up next to your feet, and just let the shoulders drape forward. Or we can add a little twist here with a thread the needle arm. So if you're adding the twist, you'll keep your hands forward. Keep left hand grounded, turn right palm up. And just thread that hand under your left arm, bringing it out towards the left side, pushing out through your fingertips. Palm is up. Head is resting on the mat, or you make a fist with your left arm. If you did try the thread the needle arms, release your right arm. And find that twist on the opposite side, pushing those left fingertips, palm up, out towards the right. And just making sure again that your head is resting on something. If it doesn't comfortably rest on your mat, just make a fist with your right arm, hands. And releasing that arm, stretching your hands out front. Take a breath here. Make your way back up onto hands and knees. We'll be coming once again into downward dog. And we'll be doing a little flow again from, I've heard it sometimes referred to as small dog. So here's your down dog. Your small dog is downward dog with very bent knees. And from here, we'll push forward to a plank and back to the bent knees. So just find your downward dog at first. And again, options, hold the downward dog, walk the dog. Otherwise, bending your knees with an exhale. Inhale, find your plank. Exhale, crouch back. Inhale, finding plank. Exhale, crouch back. Inhale to plank. Let's try 3 more. Don't rush, take your time. You'll get more out of it and less likely to cause injuries if you do move slower. And next time you're in the plank, we'll just pause if you can, remembering knees down for tabletop is your option here. One more breath, and then just raise your hips back to downward dog. Take a breath here. And then we'll walk the feet forward, finding a forward fold. So always remember your option here, if forward folds are not for you, is jackknife, keeping head and heart at the same level. If you're okay with a forward fold, just allow the body to fold forward. You can bend the knees, maybe resting belly on thighs, or if hamstrings are loose, go ahead and straighten your legs. You always want to keep the knees a little bit soft. Again, hands can rest on the mat. You can kind of bring them behind you and just help pull yourself a little deeper into this forward fold. Or perhaps just take a ragdoll, letting your body sway side to side, back and forth, head and neck hanging loose, clasping opposite elbows. So whether you are in a forward fold or jackknife, I'm going to begin to sink the hips down and sweep the arms forward, finding Utkatasana or chair pose. We'll be just holding here for about 3 breaths or so. If this arm position doesn't work for you, you can bend your elbows here, coming into goalpost or cactus arms, or maybe even just take hands to heart for prayer pose. Let's just take one more breath. And then find that jackknife or forward fold, up to you. Sinking the hips down, bringing your arms to whatever position works for you. We'll hold here for 3 more breaths. On On your next exhale, find your jackknife or forward fold. And then finding Utkatasana or chair pose one more time, sinking hips down, finding your arm position of choice here, 3 breaths. On your next exhale, fold forward briefly. And then pushing into the feet, sweeping arms out and up. Coming to extended mountain, stretching tall, then drawing hands to heart for mountain pose. Just pause here for a few breaths, getting used to being upright. Legs are strong, your leg muscles are engaged. Feet are hip distance and parallel. You have a little forward tip here to the tailbone. Shoulders are back. Hands to heart. Nice strong mountain pose, feeling grounded. And just lowering the hands, we'll come into some sun breaths. Inhale, reach up tall, bringing palms together. Exhale, turn palms out and push them down, creating a little resistance here with your own arms. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale. Continue with your own breath. Legs are strong, glute muscles are engaged, core is pulled in. One more breath here. And then we'll add on, turning these into half sun salutations. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale with soft knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway to jackknife. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, jackknife. Exhale, fold. Sweeping arms out and up, reaching up tall. Hands to heart. One more and we'll add on. So bringing hands to heart, adding on 3 full sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Placing hands down, soft knees. Inhale, step back, finding plank. Your option here is always tabletop. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, finding cobra. Or upward facing dog by bringing your knees up off the mat, pressing into tops of the feet. Take a breath here. Inhaling, find your downward dog here. We'll take a breath or two here. Softening the knees, looking forward. Walk or hop your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do 2 more. Every movement comes with a breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, jackknife. Exhale, fold. Inhale, finding plank or tabletop. Exhale, slightly shift forward and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, soften knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop towards the front of your mat. If you are hopping, try to land softly. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more on your own here.
I would swim, but the river is so wide now. Scared I won't make it to the other side now. God knows I've failed, He knows that I've tried. Long for something is safe and warm, but all I have is all that is gone. As helpless and as hopeless as a feather on the cloud.
You should be coming towards the end of this third round. Inhale, reaching up to extending mountain. Whenever you find that mountain pose, just pause for a breath or two. And lowering the arms. We'll be doing a little standing posture balance flow. So we'll keep the right foot at the top of the mat and take a fairly generous step back with your left, grounding this back heel, finding warrior one. So your front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Just making sure this knee doesn't protrude beyond your toes. Arms can reach up here, or again, prayer pose, hands to hips. So just stay right there in warrior one. I'm just going to show you what we'll be doing. We'll just be coming onto the front leg here, finding warrior three, and making your way back to warrior one. Now always remember, this could be warrior three for you. Oops. So you can stay upright and just play with lifting this toe up and down, maybe bringing arms to the side. So we'll flow back and forth a couple times, then hold the warrior three. So you should be in warrior one. Take an inhale breath here, and exhale, find your version of warrior three. So maybe take a breath here, and then slowly make your way back to warrior one. Pause here for a breath, and finding warrior three. Coming back to that warrior one more time. So we'll be coming into warrior three and holding. Try to avoid hiking this hip up. You might want to keep this standing leg a little bent. And arms can come out to shoulder height. They can reach behind you. You can do prayer pose. You do not have to keep the arms extended forward. Find your courage. Find your lion. Find your strength, your inner strength. Take one more breath. Sweet hallelujah. Coming back to warrior one. It's always nice when the music marries up with the thoughts in your head. And from here we'll just open up to warrior two, opening the hips to the left, your back toes facing the long edge of your mat. And pivoting on your back foot, releasing that heel, windmill your arms, sink into the front leg. Coming into a runner's lunge. And we'll just kind of rock back and forth here. And pressing palms down, step back to down dog. Take a breath here. And then we'll just be switching feet. So just bring your left leg forward, set your back heel, your right heel down. Bringing the arms up, finding warrior one. So don't think too much about what's coming here. Just take a couple of breaths here, enjoying this strong, assertive warrior one posture. Remembering all the modifications you can take for warrior three. You don't have to keep the arms extended forward. They can be in prayer pose, airplane. You can stay fairly upright with your toe very close to the ground. So take an inhale breath here. Exhale, finding your version of warrior three. Take a breath or two here. Bending your front knee, setting back foot down. Find your warrior one. And then finding warrior three, exhale. Take a breath or two here. Coming back to warrior one. Finding warrior three one more time. We'll hold for a little longer. Try to keep your right hip down, level with your left. Helps if you bend the standing leg a little bit. Remember the options for the arms. You can flex your back foot if you want. Find that inner strength. You got this. Take one more breath and then lower down, finding warrior one. And then just shifting your feet around a little bit, turning hips to open to the right side, finding warrior two. So this is a more calm, go with the flow warrior. So just begin to slow your breathing here. And then pivoting on the back foot, windmill your arms, bending deeply into the front knee, bringing fingertips down, finding runner's lunge. And just kind of rocking back and forth here on this back ankle. Place your palms down and step back, finding downward dog one more time. And then lower your knees down. We'll be working with a couple of back bends. The first one we'll be coming into is camel. So you'll be kneeling on your mat. And I do often try to cue that when you come into camel, everything from the knees to the hips kind of stays where it is. You want to tuck your pelvis so your tailbone tips forward, your glutes are tight, your core is tight. And then the bend is going to come from the upper back only, the thoracic spine. So try to keep this still as if it's pressed up against the wall. Try to avoid this kind of motion. You probably want to draw your shoulder blades together a little bit and place your hands on the back of your hips. Inhale. Just kind of create that back bend. Exhale, come back. Remembering to keep tailbone tucked, keep core tight to support low back. Inhaling, find that back bend. Exhaling, come out. So just work a few times here with your own breath. Doesn't matter how far you bend into this. And feel free to stay here, just moving back and forth. Or whenever you're ready, just kind of hold the back bend here, draw shoulder blades in. I'm going to stay here today, but you can reach down towards your feet. I would recommend tucking your toes, grabbing your heels, and then finding a little deeper of a back bend. Head can be back, or you can just bring the chin down towards your chest, looking forward. Try to take one more breath here. And then slowly come down onto your heels. The lower back probably feels a little tight, so we'll work our way into child's pose. You might want to move the knees out towards your edges of your mat to give a little more room for the belly here. Lowering down, forehead coming to mat. Take one more breath here. onto our front on the mat. We'll be resting in crocodile for a few breaths. So just come down onto your stomach as long as it's okay. You're not pregnant or have other issues that would prevent you from coming down onto your belly. If you are pregnant, then I would recommend just staying with child's pose. So stack your arms, rest your forehead on the back of your arms. Separate your feet to about mat width apart. And you have the option of keeping tops of the feet down or just turning your heels in, toes out if that feels good in your hips. And then just make sure you relax down into the mat and take some deep, slow breaths. Abdomen is very open here. Diaphragm can freely move up and down. So just make sure you breathe deeply. Calm the nervous system. Slow down. So we'll be coming into one more back bend. If you do happen to have taken the child's pose option and avoided coming onto your belly, then I would recommend camel again. Or you can just sit and do some seated cat dog. If you're okay on your belly, we're going to come into bow pose, but your option is boat. So for boat pose, just bring your arms behind you, palms down. Again, tuck your pelvis so you're pushing your tailbone forward, pushing your pelvis into the mat. Glutes are engaged. Tops of the feet are pushing down. On an inhale, you bring your head and shoulders off the mat. Option, lift the feet, lift the palms. And if you do that, as you breathe into the belly, you should feel yourself rock back and forth a little bit like a boat. If you're going to come into bow pose, just bring your forehead back down, bend your legs here, and try to grab your ankles. If you can't grab your ankles, you can just maybe grab your yoga pants. And then slowly push your ankles away. This will pull your hands away, pull your shoulders off the floor. Again, pelvis is tucked, supporting low back. Feel free to come in and out of the posture. Maybe try bow for a breath or two and then come down and go into boat. And try and stay for 2 or 3 more breaths. And when you're ready to release, just go ahead and release. Bringing palms down, turn your head to one side. You can just relax here and breathe, or maybe bending your knees. Just allowing your feet to kind of fall gently from side to side, giving a little bit of a release here to the low back. And then just bringing your feet to stillness, lowering your legs down. Just pause for breath here. Bring your hands alongside your ribs. We'll be coming into child's pose one more time. So come on up onto your knees here. Maybe take your knees wide, arms a little forward, and slowly sink back. This is a counter stretch to your back bend.
Just feel cry.
And just slowly make your way back up onto your knees here. We'll be coming onto the back, so finding a seat in the center of your mat. We'll be working the abdominals a little bit here. So we do a rowing roll back, so moving back and forth here. You can choose to keep the knees bent with feet flat on the mat, or extend your legs out and flex the feet. Arms forward, inhale here. Exhale, come halfway back. Inhale, reaching forward. Feel a little hamstring stretch here if your legs are straight. Exhale, come halfway back. And just continue slowly with your own breath. And the next time you find yourself leaning back, just take a couple of breaths here, challenging yourself. Go slow, core is tight. Take your time. Into an overhead stretch here. Reaching arms long, you can point the toes or flex the feet. And releasing your arms down by your sides, bending your knees, placing feet flat on the floor. Just connect your low back to the mat, draw your belly button in to help push the low back down. Take your hands and take this part of your hand here at the edge of your thumb here, and just kind of wedge it under your glutes a little bit. This will help to keep the low back connected to the mat. Draw your knees in. We'll lift the legs up on an inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower your legs. Try to go as slow as you can. Again, challenge yourself. Go to the point that you start to feel your low back disconnect from the mat, and then draw your knees in and raise your legs up. It doesn't matter if you come this far and bring your knees in. It's your own practice. You know your body better than anyone else. So lowering the legs only to the point where you can keep the low back connected with the mat. Then drawing knees in and up. Exhaling as you lower. Just continue through a few more of these here. I can't see you, but try not to cheat. Do one more. Slowly lowering. Take your time. Draw those knees in. Maybe just pause here with your knees gathered in towards your chest. And just rock gently from side to side. Pausing here, just extend your legs straight up and begin to flex and point your feet. Perhaps circling the ankles. Bending the knees one at a time. Just beginning to lubricate the knee joints a little more, get that synovial fluid moving. Might hear some popping and cracking. It's fairly normal. And then just pause with legs straight up. Bring your arms up. Just begin to give everything a shake here. Just feel the release Let go of anything you no longer need, that no longer serves you. Shake it off. And then coming to stillness. Keep your legs extended with feet flexed. Interlace your fingers. Just bring them behind your head. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, just gently lift your head, bringing chin towards chest. Don't tug too hard on the neck. Just feel a nice stretch down the neck, down the spine, up the legs. And then slowly lower your head down. Bend your knees, bring feet down. Just take a moment to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then bringing your legs to stillness. Keep the left foot grounded. Just bring your right ankle just below the left knee. Press low back into mat. And use your right hand to push that right knee away. Feel free to stay here. Or begin to draw this left knee in. And then either grab behind your left thigh or just below the knee on top of your shin. And just ease yourself a little deeper into this reclining pigeon, feeling a bullseye of sensation in your right hip. Think about sending your breath there, encouraging the area to relax, release. And then slowly lowering that leg. Just cross your right leg over the left. Shift your hips an inch or two to the right. And then let the knees come over, across and down to the left. Bringing arms out to shoulder height. Coming into a twist here, spinal twist. So if your low back is tight, try to keep this right knee kind of in line with your hip. If you have more flexibility, you can take your left hand. Just encourage the knee closer to the floor. And gaze can remain straight up at the ceiling, or you can turn the head and look out to the right to complete the twist, if that feels okay in your neck. Slowly rolling onto your back, uncrossing your legs, level off your hips. Keep right foot grounded. Bring left ankle just below right knee, connecting low back to mat. Try to push this left knee a little further away with your left hand. Option to stay here or begin to draw the right knee in, grasping behind the thigh or maybe on top of your shin here. Feeling a good stretch in that left side hip and glute area. Slowly letting go of that right leg. Cross your left leg over the right. Shift hips a little to the left. And then allow knees to fall over, across and down to the right. Again, just taking note of that low back area, taking care of it. Don't twist too deeply. If you feel any pain, just draw the knee up a little higher. more breath here. Just slowly roll onto your back, uncross your legs. Just maybe take another moment here to allow the knees to fall from side to side. As we prepare for Shavasana, if you happen to have a blanket handy or socks or a sweatshirt, you may want to put some layers on. The body will cool down as we lay and relax. And just make your way into a comfortable position. You can remain on your back with knees bent, feet flat on the mat, and just let your knees kind of rock in and support one another. This position will give you more support for low back. Otherwise you can extend legs long, arms by your side, and just let the arms and legs roll out to the side. Or maybe there's another posture where you feel more comfortable, where you can fully let go, release tension, relax. So make your way to that comfortable position. And just check in with yourself one more time. Where can you soften? What can you release? How can you let go? Just pay attention to the support points of the floor beneath you. Take an inhale breath, and on your exhale, just sink into the support of the earth. Allow the breath to be natural. Try to keep thoughts to a minimum. They will enter your mind, but just try to let them pass. Focus on the sound of your own gentle breathing. And just maybe repeat a single word to yourself that will help you focus and relax. It can be the word relax, breathe, peace, warm, whatever will just help you feel calm and relaxed. Just begin to bring your attention back to the present moment, taking in the sounds around you, noting how the air feels on your skin, perhaps making some small movements to waken the body, or rolling onto one side and taking a few breaths there. And then taking your time whenever you're ready, just slowly make your way to a seated position. Maybe
sit with eyes closed or a soft gaze. And just note the difference you feel after we've completed this practice. Hopefully feeling a little more relaxed, a little more inner peace, a little more in tune with yourself. And just taking an inhale breath, reaching arms out and up. Just bring palms together and take all that positive energy we created around us and draw it to your heart center. And appreciate yourself for doing this practice today. And know that I appreciate you for being here practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.